Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll see how to fetch data from the database. And before getting started, if you're new to this channel, do subscribe. Do follow me on my Instagram page as well. Let's not waste our time and let's get started. Let me open my code. So this is our code. The thing that we are going to do is we have a database here which is PHP tutorials. Inside that we have one table which is users. So we are going to fetch all these details here. Okay, so let's open our code. So this is my index page. I'm going to fetch in my index page itself. We'll just design. So let me write the code. Container row and column md 12, and inside this we'll say card header. Inside card header we'll give a h4 tag and tell how to fetch data from the database. After card header we'll have card body. So card body, inside this we'll fetch our details, I mean the datas. Okay, so let's save this and refresh the page which is here. So we have got something like this. We have got, this is a card header. So if you want, we can make this, align it to the center so that it will be more effective. So here we'll say class text center. Save this and reload once again. Yes, done. So for time being we have given this. Okay, so no worries, we'll change this color. Okay, text danger. For now we have changed the color. I'll read. So you can see this. Now we'll write the code to fetch the data. First what we should do is, so we have to open close PHP first and write our query. So query will be like, just a minute, let's check whether if we have included the authentication. Not the authentication. Okay, we'll check that later. So here inside this PHP we'll write the query. So let's write dollar fetch query is equal to, we have to select all these details, all the details from this table, right? Select query, select star from the table name. So our table name here is, let's go back, users. So copy this users and paste it here. Select star from users. So if there is a condition, you can use where condition. For now we are not going with any condition. Later on we'll see how to use a condition as well. So we are selecting all the columns from the table which is users. So now we'll write a fetch query run. So fetch query run is equal to, using MySQL query, we are going to connect it. We are going to connect connection first. So we'll say dollar connection, which is our database, comma this fetch query. So now this connection, we have already done this connection, I think, inside this asset, not asset. Here inside code.php we have done this connection, right? We are not going to include this code.php anywhere. So what we'll do here is, we'll copy this connection. Copy this connection, go to index and paste it here. Okay, no worries, you can do this. If this connection is in a separate thing, you could have just included that. It is not in a separate, it is in code.php. So we are just writing this connection query once again. Now once this is done, we'll use if condition to check if there is any query, we'll be printing. Else we'll tell echo no record found. Okay, else no record found. Using MySQL, number of rows of this query is greater than 0. If there is a query, exists in the table, which means if there is one query also give me that. If there is no query, then we are obviously going to print no record found, right? Once after this, if the query is present, then we loop through a for each loop, for each as row, or you can tell data, no problem. Anything is fine. That's your variable name. Now here we'll say echo dollar row of id. We are going to echo id first. We'll save this and go back. So we are getting 1256. We'll go check our database. We have 1256. ID is coming. So next go to a table and just copy paste this. We can copy paste. And what was the column name? Name. So go back and give type here name. So guys, I have given here auto save. You can see file auto save. So whatever the change has been done, it will be automatically saved. No need to press Control S, Control Shift S again and again. So I'll go back here and refresh. So I'm getting here 1 is Neha, 2 is Anu, 3 is Om, 6 is Mal. The ID 1, 2, 3, 4 is missing because we have deleted those two IDs. So only we have 1, 2, 5 and 6. So that data is been fetched here. Now this is not the correct format to fetch it, right? So it has to look something in a neat. So we'll just fetch these entire data, the mobile number, email, password, everything. We'll fetch it in a tabular format, okay? So what we'll do here is, we are getting the data, right? Here we'll fetch it using a table structure, okay? What we'll do is, we'll cut the PHP here. So we'll cut the PHP here, in a sense. We'll do this, okay? And then we'll again open PHP. We'll give a table. So if you know to type the table, you can type. See, it will be like table t body t header. So we'll go to bootstrap to get it a better design and things. So get bootstrap. The version is 5.3 here. Let me see what version I am using. So here I have CSS, bootstrap CSS. I think the version is 5.2.3. 5.2.3, right? So I'm using 5.2.3. 5.2.3. This was a version that I was using. So let's go back and search for tables. So here we have simple tables. All these, we have a simple table. This is how it is going to look, and this is a code for it. You have this also. This is a code for it. And let's take the simple one. Let's take this simple one. Copy this and go to a code. Close all these. See, here I have done a table thing. So I'll take off that and paste this. So if you can see, the table is starting from here and ending from there. I'll align this and I'll open the code and it is aligned properly. So I'll open once again and align this. Okay. So now it will be saved actually, and let's go refresh. So here you can see there are a lot of things, but all these are not required. Let's remove all this. All this is not required. Let's save now and reload. Now you can see everything as printed, but here we have to align that properly. So first is our ID. Next we have name, and after name what do we have? Phone number. We'll see a column phone, email, password. So we'll go back here. We'll tell phone number, email address, and we have password. Let's give password. what we are going to do is, we want this data here, right? We want this data is inside this. So we have to cut this data and take off this data. Control Z, Control Z. Take this, cut this, and instead of mark, we are going to tell open close PHP and paste this here. Done. So similarly, copy this, paste it here, paste it here. We have ID, name, phone, email, and password, right? So now we are done with that fetching thing. All the details we have fetched. Let's go back, reload, and check the output. So let's go back here, reload. So now you can see, so this is also looping, okay? Actually, what we have to do is, for that, only the table thing we have to loop. See guys, here what is happening is the name, phone number, these things are also getting looped because we have pasted that inside this for each loop. So we have to cut this thing and paste it outside the loop. Only this will be inside the loop. So let's do that. We'll just cut this table. We'll just cut this table and paste it at the end, okay? At the end of that particular design. I mean, the particular PHP code we have written. So here, this is a PHP code from here to here. So we'll cut this as well. And first of all, we'll give Control A, right click, and see if there are any format document. So it is formatted now. We have cut that particular PHP and we'll be pasting it inside this TD, guys. So we need only this particular thing to loop. We don't want these to loop. So we have inside this TD, you just paste this and again tell Control A and format document. So this will give in a correct structure, that format document, nothing else, guys. So once this is done, we have pasted it here. Now this TD has to loop, right? So we'll just cut this again and we are going to paste inside this for each loop. So which is here, guys. We'll paste this here. Done. So this will now loop. Now again go back and tell format document. Now it has got you in a structure that it has to be. You can see that here it is in a correct structure, okay? Now let's go refresh here. Now you can see this has not been looped, only this things has been looped. So it has got all the user details which has been in the register table. We'll work on this password and all later, which is not been given. This else part we are printing it in a PHP thing. If you want this in a correct format, just command this and again open and close PHP. And inside this, what you will tell is you have to print inside a tabular, right? So give tr and inside the td, inside td give no record found. Record found. So this will give you in a tabular format, guys. And let's give the call span. Call span. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5, so let's give 5. It will be auto saved in mine, so let's go back and refresh. So now this else part will print only if there is no data exist in the table, guys. And if there is no data here, then here this else part will print, guys. Let's again go right click, Control A and right click and tell format document. So it has aligned us properly how it has to be. Now we'll give your margin. Here we'll give margin top as 6, okay, or 5 you give, so that it will come back in a correct structure. Yes, now you got this in a correct structure. Let's see a recap of what has been done. So the basic objective of this particular video is that we want to fetch all these details which is in the database to our index page. So what we have done is, here this was our index page. We have created a structure, we have created a card, and we have given a card header as how to fetch data from the database. Let's type here in PHP. And after that, inside card body, we have design the table structure. So to design table structure, if you know the structure of table, then it's fine. You can write like table head. Inside tr we'll have all the headers, and coming back to the table body, we'll have all the table data. This is what the structure of table is. And once after writing the structure of table, we are writing the PHP code here to fetch the data, which means that we are first telling connection. This is our connection, and we are writing a query, a select query, to fetch all the data from that particular table. And we are fetching using MySQL. We are connecting the database as well as the query. Once after this, we are checking if there is data existing in the table, then we are going to fetch this, else we are telling no record found. Data is existing, then using a for each loop, we are fetching the data. So that is all about this video. I hope this video was helpful. Do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.